Hi friends, very good morning. Yes, welcome to this free YouTube session on all about your articleship. Yes, we are going to discuss today everything from top to bottom about your articleship and any queries, any questions which you have relating to articleship, I am there for you. I am CA Niket Thacker and I am an exclusive educator at Unacademy. About me, I cracked my CA in 2008 and since then I'm teaching all you lovely students. Imagine 2008, this is 2022, almost 14 years say, I'm teaching all you lovely students. I teach two subjects, accounting and auditing. I teach at CA intermediate level as well as CA final level. The two levels I'm teaching two subjects, auditing as well as accounting. I love teaching all of you. That's actually my passion. I've mentored more than 20,000 students. Yes, we have garnered lots of rank all across India. CA intermediate first rank also has came. CA final second rank has came. So many ranks has came up. That's okay about me. Let's go to today's topic, that is all about CA articleship. Now, before I start with this topic, let me just glance you to a new batch which I have just started at Unacademy. Just a new batch which I have started. I'll take just 2 minutes of yours and then we'll come back to the topic. Okay. The batch, we call it as Rankers batch. This is a batch for CA Intermediate May 22 and November 22 examination. It's a comprehensive batch. We've just started from 19th of January. If anybody wants to join this batch, definitely they can join it. I take CA Intermediate Auditing. I take the auditing subject at Unacademy for CA Intermediate. For CA Final, I'll take FR as well as auditing, both the subjects. Now, the faculties for CA Inter Group 2, Rahul Malkan Sir from Bombay, he takes Advanced Accounting. I'll be taking your auditing. T.S. Batra Sir takes your EISSM and Aditya Sharma Sir is taking FM Eco. All faculties have an experience of more than 10 years. So the most important thing in CA is how your faculties are, how the materials of faculties are drafted. And whenever your faculties are experienced, definitely the material which they provide will be much more better, and that is something giving you an edge over others. We have daily 1-1 session for each of the subject to ensure that your syllabus is getting completed on a timely basis. Now, one subscription at Unacademy gives you multiple benefits. Yeah, you can attend live session also. And if you by chance miss out live sessions, you have an option to watch recorded session unlimited times. Imagine live sessions also available, recordeds also available. Multiple educator for each subjects are there. For example, you find out more than one faculty for each subject. If some topic you're not able to understand of one faculty, you can see the lecture of other faculty also without any additional cost. Dedicated doubt solving sessions are there, mock test, etc. Everything we have. Most important benefit not written over here, it's very, very affordable. The prices which we charge is extremely affordable, giving you a best quality educator at the lowest rate possible. Okay, now there are two types of subscriptions which we offer. One is called as a plus subscription, other is called as an iconic subscription. So what is the difference? Under your plus subscription, you don't get a physical material. We'll give you a material by way of a Google Drive link, or we'll give you a soft copy of material which you need to download and get it printed on your own. If you go for iconic, you can get a physical material. Plus, under iconic, we also have a test series which are evaluated ones. Plus, we conduct test series, but evaluation is not done. You have to evaluate yourself. Iconic, we have an evaluated test series. Plus, under iconic, we have a mentorship program. With the top rankers, you get certain duration of talking just to help you understand where do you stand, how to study. Mentorship program is also there under iconic. Definitely, if you're getting something extra, charges will also be extra. So iconic is there as well as your plus subscription. Both are excellent one. Any platform you choose, it's same. See, lectures of faculty are same, material given is same. One may physical, one may soft copy. That's the only change. Okay, evaluated test series, etc. There, this is, we have coming out with a combat test series. There's a small test series for you all people. If you go and do that combat test series, you can win lots and lots of prizes. So 30th January, that's today 12 o'clock, after the session is getting over, exactly, you have a combat session, 40 questions, 60 marks combat, you have a basically chance to win even Apple's iPad. Make sure you attend this combat. Now coming back to our topic. All about articleship. Now, which are the points we are going to discuss? First of all, what is this articleship? Anyone? What is this articleship in your CA career? See, in our CA career, we know there are 3 stages: CA Foundation, CA Intermediate, and CA Final. The levels in CA is basically 3: CA Foundation, CA Inter, and CA Final. And together with that, we are also required to do a practical training, which we call it as articleship for how many years? Anyone? How many years we are having a practical training, sir? 3 years. The 3 years of practical training which we have, we call it as articleship. Now, in this session, what are the points I'll be covering? First, why do we have an articleship in CA? क्यों है? Second, when do we need to do articleship? Can I do articleship when I start my foundation? Or is it to be done after completing foundation or after completing intermediate? Kab? When is the articleship? Third one, procedure for articleship, like which forms are to be filled, that procedures for articleship. Fourth, if I'm doing articleship, there are areas in which I need to choose. Articleship can be in audit field, articleship can be in tax field, articleship can be in general, overall, all areas. So areas or fields covered in articleship. Then as a student, sir, how do I search for an articleship firm? I want to take up an articleship, sir, firm kaise find karo? Which is a good firm? How do I find out that articleship firm? Next, we'll be discussing about whether I should choose a big firm or whether I should choose a small or a mid-size firm. What are the factors I need to consider for that? Then we'll consider one thing called as option industrial training. See, we know articleship is for 3 long years. In these 3 years, last year of articleship, you can choose an industrial training. Sir, what is this industrial training? You work with any corporate. Yeah, the corporates which are registered with ICAI, from there you can do an industrial training, but industrial training is allowed only when you are in last year of articleship. Last one, very important, you need to balance your articleship and CA final studies. What happens is, whenever you start articleship, you start working. Yeah, you work in a CA firm, you feel now practical life has started. And once practical life gets started, now you ignore these theories. And this theoretical life, you try to ignore it, and then your CA final studies are getting impacted. We don't want that. How do we balance our articleship and CA final studies? This all points we'll be covering in this session. Plus, after this are over, any questions from your side? Any questions from your side relating to articleship or even relating to CA course, everything will be covered in this session. Chalo, so let's start with the first point, that is, why do we need an articleship? Tell me one thing, if I want to learn swimming or any sports, tennis, cricket, badminton, I just read books. I read the books on swimming, I read the books on tennis, I read the books on kind of badminton, cricket. Would I be able to learn that thing? Book पढ़ के, would I be able to learn swimming and then I jump in the water directly? Book पढ़ा है ना? That doesn't happen. So reading a book is a different thing, and applying those things practically is a different. The same is with us. You get a theoretical knowledge about taxation, accounts, costing, finance while you study your different levels. Foundation, inter, final, when we are learning, we get this theoretical knowledge. But that practical exposure, unless it is not there, you are not able to work in the real life environment. Just as to learn swimming, I need to jump into waters. I need to practice over there. I cannot just read books. Same ways with us. You cannot learn how to do audit. You cannot learn how to check the things properly unless you do it practically. Reading books is one thing and doing it practically is another thing. Why do we need articleship? The first reason is the practical exposure. Second reason, see, tell me one thing. When you do articleship, do you have office timings? When I'm doing articleship, do I need to follow that office timing? Yes, definitely I need to follow office timing. So probably office timing might be 10:30 to 6:30. Basically 10:30 to 7, 7:30. That will be office timing on a regular basis. Plus seasons come. Tax audit seasons are there, return filing seasons are there, annual accounts finalization. The annual accounts finalization season come, and during that time definitely late sitting also happens. That all things are cultivating a disciplined attitude for hard work in the person. As a student, As a student, a discipline is created. Daily 10:30 to 6:30 is office time. Discipline gets created. Season time pay, yes, I have to work really hard to finish up my clients' matters on a timely basis. Returns are to be filed timely basis. Accounts are to be completed. Audit has to be completed on timely basis. So this creating a discipline for an attitude towards hard work in the students. Third, you develop a skill. You develop a skill to apply your theoretical knowledge in practical situation. I learned theories while I was studying. I've definitely learned theories. That theories I'll be applying practical situation when I go to my article. And when I do my articleship, yes, I'll be developing values as well. You respect confidential information of the client. There are so many clients' information you get to know. Imagine there's a real estate company you're auditing. You're auditing a real estate company. They are going to come out with new projects. Can I say you come to know where they have started buying land? They want to come out with new project. So you are auditor. If you are auditor, you know they have started buying land in this area. So you know confidential informations of the client. As an auditor, we need to respect confidentiality or confidential information of client. We need to remain ethical. We have to be honest. We have to be unbiased. We have to be kind of independent. We have to maintain confidentiality. We had learned fundamental principles of an audit. Yaad aaya? We learned fundamental principles of an audit. That all we actually implement when we go for articles. It gives you a practical exposure. We can't learn swimming without going into waters. I just read books. That's never be sufficient. Same is with our course. You can't learn to do audit properly unless you practically do it. Books are not going to be only sufficient. This is why we need articles. Now, the second question, when does the articleship come in your CA career? Or basically your CA phase. If you're doing a CA foundation, inter, final, which level may articleship will come? And sir, how many years is articleship? Now, first of all, there are two routes. There are two routes of joining a CA course. One is you clear your 12th standard. After 12th standard, you start with CA foundation. One route we call it as foundation route. After your 12th standard, you start with CA foundation. If you start with CA foundation route, there are three levels: CA foundation, CA inter, CA final. Your articleship will start, or you can start your articleship after completing at least one group of CA intermediate. One group is what? The foundation you have to finish. Second level inter. In your inter, there are two groups, group 1, group 2. Just now I said I teach auditing in group 2 of CA intermediate. 4 subjects are in group 1, 4 subjects are in group 2. Any of the group is completed, you can start your articleship. Okay, if I am coming from a foundation route, when does my articleship start? After completing any one group, you have completed both, well and good. Any one group of CA intermediate is completed, I can start. Sir, my group 1 is not completed, group 2 is completed. Is it okay? Many students think only after group 1 you can start articleship. No. It's not like only after group 1. It's after any one group. If at all I've completed group 2 of intermediate, group 1 pending hai, can I start articleship? Answer is yes. Achha, again one question which comes over here. That sir, my one group of inter is completed, one group is pending. Is it advisable to start articleship after completing both the groups? Or should I start my articleship right now? Kya lag raha hai? What is your opinion? I've just completed one group of intermediate. Should I start my articleship after completing the second group? Or should I start it right now only? Now, one thing is, if you are preferring a big firm, for CA articleship, then in that case, they might have a condition that you complete both the groups. So you should have completed both the groups, then only you join. That might be a condition for few firms. The few firms may criteria can be those who have finished both groups, only those articles we take. And there are firms which definitely take one group cleared also. And my personal advice, it's always important to start your articleship as early as possible. My personal advice. My opinion, someone's opinion may be different. But my personal opinion is you should start as early as possible. The one group completed. Should I start? According to me, yes, you should start. Don't wait till completing group 2. See, the time you delay your articleship, automatically your CA final exam gets delayed. If CA final exams get delayed, you become late CA. Imagine what is more important. Becoming 6 months early CA is important, or choosing a bit better CA firm is important for articleship. Articleship में थोड़ी सी अच्छी firm मिले, that is more important. But becoming a CA 6 months early is more important. You only take a call. It's on personal choices. My choice is always, if at all there's an option to start your articleship after one group, start it. Don't wait for the second group to be completed. Otherwise, you'll become a bit lethargic. And you know, nobody needs 6 months time for group 2, yaar. Sirf one group ke liye, coachings are already done, everything is done. Do you really need that 4-5 months time? You can take 1 month leave from your office. Start your articleship, take up a 1 month leave for group 2 or group 1, whichever pending, and you can plan accordingly. Okay, so those who are coming from foundation route, they have 3 levels: foundation, inter and final. Once they complete one of the group, at least one group of intermediate, they can start their articles. Now, those who are coming from a direct entry route, what is this direct entry route? After completing your graduation, if you join CA after completing your graduation, then for you, foundation is not applicable. You are exempted from foundation. You directly start with intermediate. Those who are completing the graduation and then joining CA course, they will be directly enrolling for intermediate. They can start their articleship immediately. No need to clear one group of inter. No. For direct entry route people, they can start their articleship immediately. And they can write the inter exams after 9 months of articleship. Okay, for direct entry route people, they can start articleship immediately. See, they have already done graduation. They have a bit knowledge. They are okay. They are not so small kids. Graduation is already completed. The foundation is exempted from them. They will start directly inter. They can join directly the articleship, and they can appear for inter after 9 months of articleship. Sir, I am a student who is planning to do CA after graduation. Sir, for you, most important is first start articleship. Unless 9 months of articleship are not over, you cannot appear for inter exams only. Register in CA course, start searching for articleship if you are from direct entry route. And very important, before you start your articleship, there's one training which ICI has made it mandatory. Before you start your articleship, there's one training called as ICITSS. What is ICITSS? Integrated Course on Information Technology and Soft Skills. Integrated course on information technology and soft skills. This ICITSS is to be done by all students. Any route you are coming, all students have to complete this before starting articleship. Okay, before starting articleship. The foundation route wale students, once they give inter exams, they should join ICITSS batch. This is to be done with ICI, Integrated Course on Information Technology and Soft Skills. They want you to be good in IT. They want you to be good in skills, presentation. So first you have to do this, then only you can start your articleship. So foundation route student, immediately, once you give your inter exams, take up this ICITSS with ICAI. Sir, ये कहाँ पे होता है? All branches of ICI. All branches of ICI conduct this course. You can go to the respective branch of the city where you belong. You can meet over there, choose the dates available, and you can start doing this. Because iske baad articleship will start. And direct entry students, immediately after enrolling for CA course, first do ICITSS. ये training कर लो, उसके बाद you can start your articleship, and after 9 months of articleship, you can appear for intermediate examination. So this is when your articleship comes. Now, the procedure. Okay, Logesh has a question that, sir, if I have completed CS Executive or CS Inter, would I be eligible for direct entry? Answer is yes. Those students who have completed CS Executive or CS Intermediate or same way CMA, Cost and Management Accounting ka Inter or final level you have completed, then in that case you are eligible direct entry route ke liye. You will start your CA with intermediate. But first you have to finish that ITSS training. Start your articleship. 9 months of articleship you can attend inter examination. Now coming to articleship procedure. If I'm a student, what I need to do? I understood when articleship comes. Now I reached that phase. I appeared for inter exam, but I'm a direct entry student. I just joined. Now what should I do? I need to first of all select a CA firm. Articleship you can do only with a practicing CA. Yeah, you can do only with practicing CA. Sir, if some CA is working in a company, can I do articleship under him? No, it's only with a practicing CA. So you have to select the CA firm. Now, how to select the CA firm? We have a separate slide for that. How are we going to select a CA firm? I'm coming to it. So first you need to select your CA firm. Firm is selected. They agree to take you as an article. Suppose they've agreed to take you as an article. Now you have to inform to ICAI, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, by filing few forms. Which are the forms to be filed? Form 102, Form 103. So these are the forms of articleship. But how to fill this form? Yeah, you are taking articleship at a CA firm's place. That firm, hai na, they will take care. So don't worry about how to fill the form. The firm where you are taking articleship, they will take care how to fill the form. They will fill the form. You will be asked to sign only. So select your CA firm. If you have selected a firm, they have agreed to take you. Now you need to intimate to ICI. कैसे intimate करते हैं? By filing form number 102, 103. अच्छा sir, I'm doing my articleship. I'm doing my CA. Imagine some graduation is also going on. Or Lokesh said that, sir, my CS inter is over. Can I say CS professional is going on? So together with my CA articleship phase, if I'm doing some other courses, the articleship is office timing, 10:30 to 6:30, 10:30 to 7. If I'm doing some other courses also, I see that other courses should not clash for articleship time. If at all have a BCom, separately I'm also doing BCom. I started foundation immediately after 12th. 12th ke baad foundation, during my first year was foundation. During my second year of college, it was my intermediate. And now second year of college, intermediate got completed. Third year of college, final started, articleship started. So can I say your third year of college is also going on? So sir, do I need to inform to ICAI that my college is also going? And the college timings are not with articleship time. ICAI wants you to do this articleship very genuinely. I told you, you can't learn the things unless you do the things practically. So they want you to do the articleship genuinely, so they allow you. It's not that you're not allowed to do other courses. If you want to do other courses, BCom, yeah, CS, yeah, CMA, anything, or any other international courses, anything you want to do, you can do it, provided their time not with articleship time. If college is morning, say for example 7 to 10:30 chalega, or morning college is 7 to 11 and your articleship time is 11:30 to 8, to bhi chalega, because articleship form mein 102, 103 form, it will be written what is your office timings. If you have a morning college till 11 and your principal says you come at 11:30, so then it's fine. But when you are doing that other courses, you need to form to ICAI, and that information to ICAI is by form number 112. Form number 112 has to be filled if you are doing anything else together with your article. Okay, so simple procedure for articleship: select a CA firm, fill your form 102, 103. If you're doing some other courses also, you need to fill form 112. Now, enjoy and learn from 3 years articleship. Enjoy and learn from 3 years articleship. Sir, I started article at one place, comfortable here. This happened. I started articleship at one CA firm, but there is a lot of work over there. They are putting a lot of stress on me. So there may be some student telling, sir, here the work is very less also. Some student feel there's a lot of work. Some student feel there's a less work. Some student feel, sir, the principal is not cooperative. He doesn't guide me. Any reasons. Any issues are there with the firm, or, sir, my parents are now shifting to another city. My father's transfer happened or my mother's transfer happened and now we are shifting to another city. If the transfers are allowed first year without restriction. I repeat, transfers are allowed without restriction in first year. First year of articleship, you can get a transfer without restrictions. Second and third year, there are bit restrictions. It doesn't mean that it is not allowed, but our restrictions are there. If the transfer is happening within same city, they will not allow you transfer. But if your father's transfer happening in other city, दूसरे city में your mom or dad is now placed, then ICI will allow you transfer. They can understand. But without conditions attached, the transfers are allowed only in first year. I hope you're clear with this. This is the procedure for your articleship. Now, which are the areas in which I can do my articleship? Tell me, according to you, which are the areas where we work in articleship? Logesh, Giri, tell me, what do you feel? Sir, we do audits. Okay, the audit will be there. Fine. Sir, we have tax returns filing. So taxation will be there. Sir, many times we are called upon to provide some extra services like helping the company apply the Ind AS which has came up, helping the company in kind of cost savings. Uske liye we help them. Process automation mein we help them many times. Yes, there are some other areas as well, which are normally the areas where we work. One is called as financial reporting or accounting. There are small CA firms, they handle the accounts of the client. If I am handling the account, I cannot be the auditor there. If I am handling account, I cannot be auditor there. But many small CA firms, they have a practice wherein they are handling accounts of few entities. Accounting or financial reporting, that can be one area. Second is auditing. Audits are of two types: statutory audit, internal audit. Okay, statutory audit is an audit which is required as per some statute. For example, under your Income Tax Act, your turnover exceeds 1 crore, you have to get your books audited. Usko bolte hai tax audit. Under your Companies Act, your companies are mandatorily required to get the books audited, irrespective of turnover. Under Companies Act, mandatory audit is there. Under income tax, there's a audit coming if turnover exceeds 1 crore, so tax audit, company audit, they are all statutory audit. And there's one more which we call it as internal audit. Internal audit is an audit conducted on behalf of management. It's an audit conducted on behalf of management that helps management fulfill their responsibility. You see, management ki responsibilities are preparing financial statement on timely basis, safeguarding asset, establishing good internal controls. There are so many responsibilities of management. Internal audit helps the management. So when I'm doing a statutory audit, I work as per the things given in statute. But when I'm doing an internal audit, I work based on what management wants. I'll do only those things what they say. So another area where chartered accountants works is they do statutory audit, they also do internal audits. Third area where chartered accountant work is taxation. You have taxation. GST ke monthly returns have to be filed. Chartered accountants file the returns for client. GST ki advisory. Okay, taxation, income tax ki advisory, income tax returns, tax audit. So that is all taxation. One is accounting, financial reporting, where we are handling accounts. Second, we are doing audit, statutory as well as internal, anything it can be. Third is taxation, direct, indirect. Direct is your income tax, indirect is GST. Fourth, and which is a developing area, technology. Many companies, they want to develop software, like Infosys develop software. If any softwares relating to account audit are being developed, we as a chartered accountant give consultancy there. Yeah, any softwares of accounts audit being developed, we as a chartered accountant might give consultancy there. Or a company wants to implement a software. Company wants to implement a software called as ERP, Enterprise Resource Plan, ERP software, or SAP ERP software, integrating the entire company. We can be helping them in implementation of SAP, implementation of ERP. That is also one of the field where CA works. And last, the management services. Some services we give to management. इसके अंदर few services doesn't allow if you are their company. अगर आप उनके company auditor हो, few services Companies Act doesn't allow you. You can't give. Otherwise, there are other services which you can give. So some consultancy relating to company law matters, consultancy relating to some other matters, that comes under other services, management service. Now, sir, when I do my articleship, would I get an exposure to all the areas? Would I be getting an exposure to all these areas? Like I'll be handling accounting also, I'll be handling audit also, I'll be handling taxation also. Would I be getting exposure to all these things? What do you think? Answer is, it depends. It depends on the firm where you're working. If it's a smaller firm, which is their CA firm is not a big firm, it's a small firm, then they don't have people over there, then it is possible you might get exposure to everything. Small firm hai, tax bhi karte ho, audit bhi karte ho, accounting bhi karte ho, every work you might get it. But if it's a big CA firm, all the works are divided. So there are always separate teams. So statutory audit team is separate, internal audit team is separate. Direct tax ka team is separate, indirect tax ka team is separate. Management services, the team is separate. Information technology, the team is separate. If you are doing an articleship in a big firm, areas are divided. And if you are basically with a team doing stat audit, then you will be doing stat audit only for 3 years. Yeah, then you will be doing stat audit only for 3 years. Like for me, I did my articleship in Deloitte. Deloitte is one of the very big firm. So it is considered as top big 4 firms of the world. Amongst the top big 4 firms among the world. I did my articleship at Deloitte. And I was in the statutory audit department. I have worked for all 3 years in one department which is called as statutory audit. Is it fine? Is it fine if I'm working only in one department? Or should I have an exposure of all departments? Again, it depends. So whether big 4, whether mid-size firm, whether small firm, how to select, I'm coming to that. So this is just about the fields in which you work. Okay. Now, how to search for articles? Okay, any queries? Anybody till now? Any queries? Anybody is having till now? Okay, so I need to decide whether I'll go for a big firm or a mid-size or a smaller firm. I'll come to that point. First of all, sir, how to find the firms only? पहले तो firms कैसे मिलेंगे? Then question comes big firm, small firm, medium firm. That's a separate question. So first of all, how to find out the firms only for articleship? Sir, मुझे कैसे पता which are the CA firms available? Yeah, one, you know Google, right? Google. So you can just search on Google which are the CA firms in your city or in your area. If it's you are staying in Bombay, Mumbai, Delhi, the Bombay, Bangalore, Delhi, they are big cities. So try to choose a firm which is nearer to your place so that traveling is not a too headache for you. So search on Google which are the firms available directly. And you can contact them. You need to first of all prepare your resume. Yeah. Direct entry students, immediately on joining, prepare a resume. Foundation route students, once you actually give your inter examination, prepare your resume. You need to prepare your resume, and big CA firms or good CA firms, they have their own website also. If you search on Google, unke email addresses are available or even contact numbers are available. If email addresses are there, send your resume through an email to them. If contact numbers are given, call them. But sir, I just completed my inter examination. My results are awaited. Like, many of you have given exams and probably in 10-15 days your results will come. Sir, my results are awaited. I was inclined to join for articleship to your firm. Is there any procedure which I need to follow? They might tell you to come down over there, hand over your resume. There will also be an interview of yours. First of all, contact that firms either through email, either through their contact numbers available on Google. Send your resume either through email or physically go and give it. Whenever they call for interview, yes, you have to give your interview. Now, sir, any preparations required for interview? Anyone? Any preparations required for interview? When you go for articleship interview, what they will ask? Just think what they will ask. One, they will try to test your confidence. How well basically you're able to present. That's one thing. And second, they will try to test your basic things. Not much things, basic. Some taxation details, slab rates, deductions allowed, all that things. Some accounting standards. So some tax ka thing, some accounting standards, some financial management ke concept, FM. FM ke concepts like time value of money, ratio analysis, so that all things they may ask you. You don't need to do any special preparation, but whatever you've done in your inter-level or whatever you've done in your BCom, you would have learned all the small things. Just brush up, then you go for interview. The one is search on Google, you will be understanding where the firms are. Now, sir, I called 10 firms. Out of 10 firms, 9 of them say it's a no vacancy, no vacancy, no vacancy. So, sir, issue is coming the vacancy anywhere. And see, CAs are not allowed to take unlimited articles. No. No, depending on experience of CA, how many articles he can train, the limit is given. Depending on experience of CA, how many articles he can train, the limit is given. So the thing is, it is possible when you try to contact them, you get an answer, no vacancy. So what's the solution? Simple. Visit the nearby ICAI branch or the ICAI website. So visit nearby ICAI branch. On that ICAI branch notice board, whichever firm needs an articleship, whichever firm needs an article, they would have put over there required articles. So visit the nearby ICAI branch or your coaching classes also. If you are doing your coaching, many of the coaching classes, they also put up articleship requirement on their notice boards. Different CAs put up their notices over there. The most important is you go to ICAI branch. Those CAs who need article, they would have definitely put their requirement on the notice board of ICAI. Wahan pe if you go na, then pakka those where vacancies are available, you will find that firms only. And another help which you can take is from your seniors or your friends. Another help which you can take is from your seniors. If your seniors are doing articleship at some place, so you can just ask them, contact them. How is the firm? Second, so how is the firm? Second is basically, sir, is there any vacancy available over there? So you can just ask your friend only about it. Friends, seniors will help you. Sir, how do I search my firm? First, Google it out. That's one way. Contact the CA firm through email or through phone number, whatever you got. Second, visit ICAI branches. At ICAI branches, chartered accountants requiring an article, they would have put their notices over there. And third, you can take the help of your friends or... Now, most important, how do I select? Big firm, mid-size firm, small firm, how do I select? Sir, you did in a big firm. Does it mean doing in a big firm is better? Always. I have many of my friends who did it in a small firm also. And they are doing extremely well today. Is it like only big firms are rewarding, small firms are not rewarding? No. You need to understand what you want to do. Your future plans. Your future plans. After becoming CA, if you want to start your practice, you will be starting not in a big city but a tier 2, tier 3 cities. Imagine so many of you are living in tier 2, tier 3 cities, doing your coaching kind of online through Unacademy or other platforms. You are in tier 2, tier 3 cities, and after completing CA, your objective is to start your firm in your city. If you want to start your practice, that's a tier 2, tier 3 cities. Do you think that 2 tier 3 cities, can you work only in one area, or people will come with all expectations to you? The smaller city, smaller town, can I say specialization becomes a bit difficult over there? So my personal advice, anybody who wants to do a practice, that to tier 2, tier 3 cities, or tier 1 may be individual practice alone. If you want to do your practice alone, not with partners, So always better is to join small or a mid-size firm. Because when you join a small or a mid-size firm, you get exposure to all areas. And when you are getting exposure to all areas, when you start practicing, it becomes easier for you. But imagine my objective is not to start my CA firm. I don't want to practice. But I want to take up a job in corporates. I want to take up a job in big corporates. Tell me, if you do an articleship at big place, whether that brand name will pay, whether that brand name will create an impact. Oh, he has already done an articleship in big place. He has some professional behavior. So if I want to take up a job, big companies, is to go for big firms. Better is to go for big firms. If job lena hai, big firms are better. If you want to go for practice, my personal advice, medium to small size firms are better. But practice may be, you 3-4 friends wants to start a practice together. You 3-4 friends, we already decided inter mein we were very close friends. So we 3-4 friends will be starting practice together. One guy handling audit, one guy handling direct tax, one guy handling indirect tax, one guy handling other advisory. If you already decided that way, then you can choose an articleship basically in a big firm in the area where you want to practice later on. Most important coming over here is what is your future plan. If you plan to do practice individually, mid-size to small size firm is better. If you plan to do practice and partnership way, work divided, then you can choose an articleship for that specific areas only, big firm. And if at all you want to take up a job के अंदर better होता है if you get a good brand name. Articleship brand name plays a role. So areas and brand name. Acha. Now tell me one thing. If I'm doing my articleship at a big place, and if I'm doing articleship in a smaller place, can I say definitely restrictions at big places will be more? If the area restrict hua, that's one. That big places always work very professional. And it is possible in the big firm, there are some delays. Time thoda late ho raha hai. Or say for example, you are having a lot of outstation work. Because big firms hai, to client bhi bade honge. If clients are big, they may have branches different places. They may have subsidiaries different places. Outstations might also be more. So it is possible when you're joining a big firm, one thing is there might be some outstation audits more. There might be some time involved more of yours. So you need to understand whether you can cope up with your studies on. If there is a student who can cope up with his studies on its own, he can manage his studies on his own. Sometimes in big firm, physical lectures were missed. Nowadays, online ho gaya, lectures are not missed. Wherever you are sitting, you can attend the classes. But physical lectures, the lectures were being missed because you are working in a big firm, outstation audit aa gaya, you are not available for 8 days in the city only. And then the studies were being affected. So whenever you're joining a big firm, you need to ensure that you're managing your studies very carefully. Otherwise, wo time aise nikal jayega. You won't believe, but 3 years of articleship goes off very fast. You will not realize only, oh, 3 saal khatam ho gaye. So one you need to understand is basically whether you'll be able to cope up with your studies, then you can choose a bigger firm. If you want to practice, then no, better is choose a medium to small size firm. That is to be seen. Acha, which atmosphere do you like? Sir, I love professional atmosphere. I know kind of standardized thing, professional atmosphere, then choose a big firm. But if you are comfortable with kind of okay wala atmosphere, not that professional atmosphere, मेरे को एकदम high level corporate जैसा atmosphere नहीं चाहिए, then in that case mid-size or small size firms are also better. So understand which firm will be suitable based on your future plan, based on how you can manage your studies, and yes, any select mid-size or big four, any firm you select, you need a leave for your CA final at least 4 months for both the groups. If you're writing both the groups of CA final together, you will need a leave of 4 months. So just always ask them the leave policy. I'm going for an interview somewhere. If they ask you, do you have any questions? Ask it frankly. Puch lo, sir, which are the areas generally we work in? Which will be the area given to me? Would I be working in all areas or one area? Sir, how much is outstation audit? Outstation audit kitna hai? You can just ask them. And sir, how much leave do we give for CA final? This should be there in your list of questions which you want to ask to a CA firm. It should be there. Don't think that, yeah, I cannot ask anything, going over there, they will interview me. They will ask you, if you have any questions, please ask all this thing. Any of the firm you select, mid-size or big four, just make sure for CA final, both groups preparation, they should be giving you 4 months leave minimum. 4 is minimum, 5 is advisable. 5 advisable है, 4 minimum. 4 होगा, still you can manage it. If you are able to manage things on your own bit, with lesser timing, lesser leaves, you are able to do it, then yes, big four is definitely there for you. But if you want to go for a practice and you feel I need lot of time for studies, then in that case, you may go for a mid-size or a smaller. Later on, it doesn't much whether you're done in big four or whether you're done in mid-size firm. Initial push, those who are done in big four, they are unko priority hogi job mein. Initial push they will get. Later, how do you perform in job? That is all going to matter. Initial push thoda mil sakta hai, but later on is always your performances. Next, we have an option of industrial training. Option. ये क्या है? What is this option of industrial training? See, whenever you are doing your articleship, your 3 years of articleship. Tell me, do you work in a company or do you work in a CA firm? Okay, Jashwant, there's a question, sir. Will this be uploaded? Definitely yes. After the session is over, immediately it will be uploaded on YouTube, so you can watch recorded as well later on. Tell me, are we working for 3 years in a company or a CA firm? We are working in a CA firm. Can I say CA firm is auditor's angle? Yeah, we are working in CA firm. That is which angle? Auditor's ka angle. I want to understand that. Because later on, after becoming CA, I'll be working in some company. वो client होगा. When I say if I want to get that company's angle or client's angle, there's an option to industrial training. So there are few companies which are registered with ICAI. So how do I get that list of company? Go to ICAI website, मिल जाएगा. Or search on Google, list of companies registered for industrial training with ICAI. You will get that list on Google also. So there are companies which are registered with ICAI for industrial training during your last year of articleship. You cannot do industrial training for all 3 years. During your last year of articleship, you can do an industrial training minimum 9 months, maximum 12 months. Yeah, out of 3 years, minimum 9 to maximum 12 months, you can do an industrial training. That too only in last year of articleship. If I want to do industrial training, I should inform my principal, the firm where I was working. I need to inform my principal at least 3 months before. See, you cannot say, sir, tomorrow I'm joining industrial training. No. There are formalities for that. Forms भरने पड़ेंगे फिर से. So you need to tell your principal at least 3 months in advance that I want to go for industrial training. It is possible only in last year of articleship. That too for minimum 9 months, maximum 12 months. 12 months तक you can do your industrial training. ठीक है. Sir, which is the form for industrial training? Form 104. So how to fill this form? It's not relevant to you currently. Later when the situation arises, simple, Google it out, how to fill form number 104, it will be done. Or even the firm where you are working or the company where you will be joining, they will also help you with this. Now, sir, is industrial training better? This is important. Na? क्या करनी चाहिए industrial training or 3 years CA firm is only fine? There's one very big advantage of industrial training. One very big advantage. When you are working in a CA firm, you are getting auditor's perspective. Check कैसे करते, how to prepare. That's client's perspective. You don't know about it. If you go for industrial training, you get a client's perspective. And second, when I do industrial training in some big corporates, it is possible if they like my work, they only may hire. Oh, so it is possible even before you're becoming CA or even before your results are coming, you already got a placement. So it is possible they might be hiring you. So this is the advantages. You get a client's perspective. It helps in getting you job. That company only might retain you. What are disadvantages? See, always pros and cons are there. Coin ko flip karo, there are always two sides. When you go for industrial training, that you are going only for 9 to 12 months. Do you think that people will give you a leave for 4 to 5 months for CA final preparation? Do you think that companies will give you 4 to 5 months leave? for CA final preparation? No. At that time, the leave what they generally give is around 3 months. 2 to 3 months. I have seen even 1 month also a few people. When you join your industrial training, the leave for your CA final preparation is pretty less. If you are done with your preparations of CA final well in time, if you have prepared your CA final well in time, or if you are ready to postpone your CA final exams, then yes, industrial training is possible for you. Or if there is a company which has agreed to give you 3 months leave minimum, then again, yes, industrial training is a good option for you. You are getting a client's perspective also. You get a better opportunity for getting a job. That company only might retain you. Wo sare benefits are there. The only thing affected is your final exam. If you are able to manage that, definitely you should go for industrial training. And now, last one, and according to me, the most important one, how to balance articleship and CA final studies. I understood articleship is a very important phase. As we all know, practical exposure is really important. Unless we do the things practically, we are not able to do what is to be done. Theoretical is different, practical is different, all things fine, but you don't CA final exams, the articleship, whichever place you have done, will not have impact on you. You are not able to get the benefit of it. You did an articleship at very good place, but unless you become a CA, you'll not get the recognition which you deserve. TK, you have a knowledge, but that degree is also required. Unless the degree is attached, that recognition will not come. Imagine if you're not cleared CA, can you sit in a placement? Can you sit in a placement? Sir, I have a very good knowledge. TK, knowledge ka kya karu? Degree is not there. ICAI doesn't allow you to sit in a placements. The campus, you can't be there. The most important is you need to balance both your articleship as well as CA finals. Don't ignore your CA finals. Make sure that all your CA final coaching, all subjects, all your CA final coaching are completed at least 4 to 5 before your examination. Like those people who have written inter exams, they know for inter you needed 2.5-3 months for your preparation. Self-preparation, last 2.5 months are self-preparation time. I cannot continue my lectures till last moment. If I continue my lectures till last moment, I don't have a revision. Then all things are affected. Like you needed 2.5 months for CA intermediate, same way for final you need 4 to 5 months. My personal advice, please make sure you finish up all your coaching 4 to 5 before exam. Sir, can you give hierarchy of the subjects which I should take? Like final may 8 subjects are there, which I should start first? Because some subjects have a lot of amendments, taxation, DT, IDT, lots of amendments are there. See, some subjects, some don't. Account. Okay, accounting standards don't change overnight. They are not changing every 6 months or 1 year. No, accounting standards are not changing. So few subjects change, few don't change. So according to me, when you come in final, articleship has started, you should try to finish up in your first year of articleship 3 subjects: FR, financial reporting, that's accounts, costing, and SFM. So first year or first 15 months of articleship, finish this through 3: FR, costing, SCMP they call it, and your SFM, strategic financial management. They don't change much. Uske baad, you can take up audit, law, and optional subject. Final mein you have an optional subject to be selected out of 6 papers. Audit, law, optional subject will be second, and the last priority will be DT, IDT. DT, IDT finish up 4 to 5 months before examination. Before your examination, 4 months pehle, DT, IDT should be over. Last 4 to 5 months, your self-preparation. That is the time when you do your preparation, you are revising the things, and you should write test. Just imagine how many tests did you wrote in 12th standard? There's so many. How many tests did you wrote in foundations? There's so many. When I come to inter, it went down. When people come to final now, completely ignored. Yeah, they don't write the test only. They directly go in ICAI exams and they write. And what happens is, don't move. They know mujhe aata hai some, but how to start? Oh, that becomes a question. According to me, 2 mock tests for every subject. 2 mock tests for every subject is advisable. 1 is mandatory. So 1 mock test mandatory for all subjects, 2 are advisable. If you do 2, that's always better for you. The 2 mock test you try to write for all the subjects. This is how you balance your CA final. In the first 15 months of articleship, take up FR, SFM, costing. Next 8 to 9 months may finish up your law, audit, optional subject, and then uske baad you can take up DT, IDT. Make sure everything is over 4 to 6 months before your examination. In that last 4 to 5 months, you are just doing your self preparation. First studies has to be a full studies, full everything you study. Second study, then afterwards will be a kind of revision. After first study done, write down a mock test. One subject done, write down a mock test. Another subject done, write down a mock test. And same way when you revise, as and when that revision happens, again write down a mock. Now again, one more question student asked me is, sir, should I take up only one subject at a time, or should I take up more than one subject at a time? Now it's up to you. You are comfortable doing one subject at a time, do it. But if some people, they say, sir, constantly doing theory, I'm bored, then you can take up 2 subjects at a time. 2 subjects, 1 theory, 1 practical. Finish that 2, then go to another 2. So sometimes there are students who are comfortable doing 1 subject at a time. There are students comfortable doing 2 subjects at a time, not only theory constantly. According to what you are comfortable. What you are comfortable, do that. Just sure you are not ignoring your study. It should not happen that only in final year you start coaching. Nahi, aise mat karna. If you start your coaching in final year, there are very high probability either you will land up giving 1 group or you will land up skipping the attempt only. Now, in spite of getting 2.5, 3 years, last 6 months of articleship, you can write your exams. So it's kind of 2.5 years already over. Still, imagine after 2.5 years, I come to a conclusion, I'm writing 1 group. I come to a conclusion, I'm skipping. Is this the right conclusion? The 2.5 years were given. That should not happen. Make sure you balance your articleships, your final studies. I told you the deadlines, how you should be completing your coaching. 4 to 5 months before, everything should be over. Last 4 to 5 months is only self-preparation. 2 mock tests, advisable, 1 mandatory. Follow these things, enjoy your articleship phase, and fulfill your dreams. This was all about the articleship from my side. Any questions if you are having, please tell me. Any questions if you have related to articleship, just tell me. Or even related to coaching or even related to any other thing for CA, you can just tell me. Yes, just remember one thing. It is very important that we use our resources properly. You got 2.5, 3 years for CA final. 2.5, 3 years mein I'm not using my resources, then that problem is not of resources. Time ka problem tha hi nahi. It's basically of you. Your resources are never going to be sufficient unless you know how to use them. The resources are never going to be sufficient unless you know how to use them. Imagine, I give you a ladder. There's a wall of 6 feet height. 6 feet height, the wall is there, you have to climb. I give you a ladder. But unless you know how to keep the ladder vertically, you can't. Imagine a person keeping a ladder horizontally. Would he be able to climb it? आपके पास ladder भी है, wall you can easily climb, but you don't know how to use the ladder. That's the problem. Your resources will never be sufficient unless you know how to use them. The time what you have is damn sufficient. Just make sure you use it properly. Thank you, Tripathi ji. Thank you, Jashwant. Thank you, Lokesh. Thank you, Giri. Any doubts anybody of you are having, please let me know, or else we can end this session. A very beautiful phase. 3 years of articleship will go by very fast. Just make sure that you're enjoying your articleship as well as you're not ignoring your studies. Okay, I think there aren't any doubts pending for your side. So I also take your leave. We'll come up again with some another YouTube session. And yeah, I have lots and lots of free lectures which are put on this Unacademy app. So to watch all my free lectures, come to Unacademy app. If you want to subscribe to my lectures, I told you for CA final I'm taking two subjects, FR as well as advanced auditing. FR and audit I take for final level. It's a normal batch also available, fast track batch is also available. You can choose any. See, when you take a subscription at Unacademy, you get access to everything. Everything. So you get access to comprehensive batch also, you get access to fast track batch also. Imagine a student started with comprehensive batch and now he feels I'm stuck up with time. He can switch over to the fast track. All that flexibilities are available on this platform. I tell you, it's a really great platform. Final level, I teach two subjects for CA final group 1. And intermediate level, I teach one subject at Unacademy, that is your auditing. Chalo, see you all again next time with another beautiful session. It was lovely having